I gotta give a big shout out to my second grade teacher, Annie Woodbridge, who was PBS's legendary second grade teacher. I just have so many lessons and moments that I spent in her class that are just so vivid that I carried with me into adulthood. And I didn't realize until I was on a plane coming back from Europe one day that I was like, I want to be the next Annie Woodbridge. Like, I want to host a museum in my classroom. I want to be able to connect with kids. I want to have those memorable moments that I create for students, because I just found out like that was the direction I was going. That's what I loved. I needed to do that. So she was definitely my guiding light in this whole journey. I didn't realize that it was my sweet spot until I got there. I was so content in first grade because there's always something new happening in first grade. You know, everyone has like a new aha moment or a new discovery each day. And I loved that. And I wasn't sure if second grade was gonna get a little boring or, because there was that freshness about first grade and I really didn't want to leave at first. But then getting there, I realized that there's just this heightened level of community in second grade because the skill sets sort of balance out a little bit. And in second grade, you find that they can all, write for the same amount of time. And so you make, one big, huge class book, or they're teaching each other different reading skills, which is really neat that they can have teachable moments that they're hosting themselves. But you find, in second grade, they're a little bit more self-aware. And it just pulls our classroom community even tighter. So for our Science Connect last year, we kind of wanted to take a global take on recycling and what our imprint can be. And so we sort of started small and got bigger and bigger, and we ended up was talking about space junk, but we did a really fun recycling, compost, landfill, reusable lesson, and it ended up taking us to a beach cleanup in Pacifica, and just seeing kids light up about cleaning up trash on a beach for their entire afternoon was inspiring. And it's why I do what I do, but it carried over. It didn't just, the moment didn't just live in that afternoon, because when we got back to school, kids wanted to spend their recess cleaning up trash. They were just so moved by the impact that they could make just as one person. It's something that's so important to me, knowing that my kids have that foundation to go out into the world and really take on that global citizenship. I have so many inspirations that walk around me every day, which is so great. I just don't even really know where to start. There's so many people that have sort of helped me along the way. I feel like through my partnerships, I learn something different each year. And I think people are a little reluctant to move grade levels or, shake up the teaching team. But once you get into it, you realize what an opportunity it is. I definitely just want to create more of those inspiring moments for my kids, talking about the beach cleanup and other field trips that we've had, but to really have those rally points that the kids look forward to and that they sort of take the reins over. Well, in the past 3 years, I've attended countless PD opportunities, from everything to sort of how the brain processes learning to how to hold a pencil in first grade. I would say that anything that I find worth exploring, PBS is supportive, but they also bring new opportunities that maybe I didn't see or overlooked. The fact that they know who I am as an educator is something really special that I think not a lot of teachers get. Oh, the community. Obviously, the community was a huge drawing point for me to come back here. That was sort of my big dream, right? Coming out of college, I was thinking, oh yeah, dream job, way up here would be to come back to Phillips Brooks and make my mark there. And this community welcomed me back with open arms and really supported me as I grew. Starting from an associate to now having a lead role is something really special that I get to share with this community. But also being part of the alumni community and knowing that you're never really forgotten, knowing that my older brother and my parents still feel an emotional tie to this campus is something unlike any other. It's been a while since I was in elementary school, but there's no place I'd rather be. And I think we all feel similarly about that.